Alrighty, finally, it's 8 o'clock. What you been into today, man?
Tired as fuck.
What y'all been into? Let me know in the comments. We got a new system started over here. We're trying out a new camera, and we're also running it through the computer because an iPhone wants to be a bitch today, and caused us to be like 52 minutes late. Yeah, that sucks. But we're 8 o'clock. I'm John Barnett. This is Cody Phillips. I'm the lead singer and the guitar player of Artificial Hatred. He's the, well, you tell me your position.
I'm the drummer, obviously.
Yeah, he's the drummer. Some people didn't know who he was, so we're just filling him in.
Yeah, now.
Alrighty. Next segment of shows we're going to. Well, there ain't no shows we're going to at this moment, but there's a show we went to. It was pretty badass.
Yeah, fine. Do you have to say something?
The He's Dead Gym was there. They played. They're a pretty cool band, I was going there really to hear Storm Toker and Creature of Exile. But He's Dead Gym, pretty good. A mix between blues, a little bit of violent femmes in a small way, some sublime in a small way. They got a bunch of different things going for them. I thought they really got potential.
I like the fact that they had a female drummer.
Oh yeah, we was in the main bag of the place though. It was a pretty cool place though. Green Lantern, wasn't it? Had a pool table in there, good beer, good people.
Drunk a couple, played some pool.
Well, the reason we was there last night was because it was Storm Toker's debut show, and we had to leave, right in the middle of Storm Toker's set, which we do apologize, but our broke asses have to work at 5 o'clock in the morning. And it kind of sucks coming all the way from Lexington, about 12 o'clock, driving all the way back home to Richmond, getting home about 1 o'clock, then going to work 5 o'clock in the morning. You don't get much sleep. It's pretty rough. We're driving on 3 hours about right now.
Yeah.
But Storm Toker was awesome. The songs we did here by him, I hope we could play some shows together or something soon, man. It's pretty fun, cool. Creature, you all are awesome too. We didn't get to hang around for y'all set, but y'all pretty badass.
Storm Toker opened up with more or less, it's more or less like a instrumental kind of thing.
Yeah.
They didn't have no lyrics to it. They just jammed out for like the first 5 minutes.
It's kind of it's kind of like sleep sounding. Their style. Storm Toker. I guess it would be kind of sleepy. I guess. That's just going by their name though. Before last night we've never heard of Storm Toker. Embrace guys. Hell yeah. Fucking awesome. Let's see what we got. This is my favorite segment. Show and tell. I brought this shirt today. And see if we can see it on the camera here. Alice fucking Cooper. Okay. For y'all don't know who Alice Cooper is, y'all just, I was born in a fucking hole or something. Alice Cooper has a bunch of good songs. School's Out. I think Feed My Frankenstein.
Yeah, that's my favorite one.
18, that's a good one. He just has a ton of them. The story about this shirt, let me show you the back of it. See, here's the front. And there's the back. It's so hard to show shit on this camera because my screen's like way over here and I can't hardly see it.
Yeah.
But
that's why we're looking off.
Yeah. So, we apologize for that. But the story about that shirt is that was actually my first big concert I've ever been to that, I would actually consider a rock concert, I guess. Or just a big concert in general, I went to Hank Williams Jr. when I was real little, I don't really remember that though, but Ted Nugent talked there, a big coal rally out in West Virginia, took a big bus out there. Dad worked for a guy and he paid everybody's trip, I reckon, I don't know. But my actual first concert, it started out, I'll tell you where it was at Riverbend in Cincinnati, Ohio. It's an awesome place. Go there if you got money, time, and see a band you like. But first band played was Edgar Winter And, you know, I didn't really know much about Edgar Winter. I knew he was an old school artist, but he's pretty cool. You know, he can play a whole bunch of different instruments.
Yeah.
But then you had Alice Cooper to come on next, you know. And I've seen Alice Cooper in, you know, a whole bunch of movies like Wayne's World. He was in Wayne's World, and God, he's been in a whole bunch. I think he might have been an actor at one point or something, or he was just like a big figure. And I mean, he had one of the best shows I've ever seen. He brought some woman guitarist down. I don't know who she was. I wasn't really paying attention when he announced her, but she was badass. But there was one more band, and it was Deep Purple. And about a couple, 3 songs in, you know, something like that, some guy walks up to us and says, "Here's y'all some closer tickets, you know, enjoy." And, you know, we thought that was fake, you know, until we got past the first security guard. Then it went from a walk to like a jog, you know, almost, man, because we just wanted to see how far these tickets would take us. And it was like, it wasn't far back at all. I mean, I could have threw something with my left arm and hit him. And I suck on my left arm. I can't do shit with my left arm. I can barely play chords with my left hand. The only reason I can play drums is because this hand goes slower than this hand. Fucking Ravens on there. We're watching, was it WCW Nitro? Or some kind of WCW promotion. It might be Thunder. I'm pretty sure, yeah. Thunder, March 19, 1998. Ravens did a big promo on here. Which brings me up to my next topic. Last week on our show, we had Logan from KHW call out another guy from Estel Wrestling. Well, he didn't really call out a guy. He called out the company in general. And they gave me a response, but they gave me a response to a response. Like, they said so either next week or the week after that, or maybe even sooner. I don't remember right offhand. But he said that he's going to come on here. One of them's going to come on here, and they're going to do, well, I guess he's going to call them out. I mean, it was like a really fast phone call, man. I mean, I didn't really know who it was at first, you know. But they said it was from EW Wrestling Promotion, which is in Estill County. Yeah. So we're going to be waiting on that. So if y'all like wrestling, stay tuned, and let's see what happens. All right, let's talk about an old band that I guess we was in or something.
I got one for you that I never actually really heard from again after they come to Dalford Park one year.
Which band?
Session 19.
Oh, yeah, Session 19. And that was a good show.
Mm-hmm.
I think we was working the band booth that night for high school. We was making them walking tacos and shit, and that was badass. But yeah, Session 19. I actually heard back from them after that. I think their bass player actually came in my music store when I had it open. And like I always thought that was like way off, but I reckon they're not really way off. You know, they're kind of local, I guess. I never heard of them, but they was cool. I'll tell you about an old band I'm going to talk about. It wasn't an old band. It was like, how do I describe it? He was one of my best friends. And I'm getting ready to release a whole bunch more of his music tonight on YouTube. It goes by Mr. James Sizemore. If y'all know James passed away not too long ago. You know, it's been pretty rough on us all. But he left behind some really great music that a lot of people really need to hear. You know, I mean, he really put his heart and soul into this music. And, you know, they wasn't many people he would let sit down with a recorder and record his music, you know. Me and James spent many long hours just sitting and recording music, you know, over and over and over because he wanted to get it right. And, you know, at the time, you know, I was just starting out recording. So some of these takes, they're not going to be the greatest. And some of these, like, at least on my part, they're not going to be the greatest. Because I'm really just now learning how to use these programs and features that I've had access to the whole time. I just didn't know. But yeah, we recorded a whole bunch of stuff together. Even if I wasn't on it, I recorded him, you know. I wrote a song about him, his brother, me, and I guess Stevie Ray's in it because we talked about his house, you know. It's called Beat Up 89. It's in a whole bunch of different bands. It's in Fire Chime. It's in Ned. I think I actually did like a solo cover of it one time. I covered myself. That's how good of a song it is, man. And but we talk about me, we talk about James. Me and James can harmonize together. Like I ain't really been able to harmonize with anybody as close as I had him. Like there's some songs that I do backup vocals on that I mean, when they're just together, it just sounds awesome. You know. But we made a whole bunch of different albums together. You know, we considered them albums. You know, they didn't get like no major label reviews or release date or anything like that. We just recorded them, just had them to listen to. And James would never let me release them, you know, because to James it was never good enough. He always wanted it better. He, in his mind, you know, he played it a lot better, but he just don't know how good he actually was, you know. But yeah, I'm getting ready to release a whole bunch of stuff on YouTube under Bloody Breath Studios. There's already a whole bunch of stuff out there by them that I've released on my channel alone. I'm pretty sure if anybody else has any links to any videos of them, post them in the comments, and I'll try to find somebody to pull them off and post them on my channel. I'll give you the credit for filming and everything like that, but you know, just so it's on there. It's on the internet somewhere, you know, besides Facebook, because you know how Facebook deletes shit. I don't trust Facebook on certain things, you know, my videos. But I do trust YouTube. I got 150 videos on there, and not one of them's got deleted. But I have been locked out of one of my accounts. So if you see my other account, John Barnett, on YouTube, I'm sorry. I can't get back in it. You know, you can like the stuff, comment on it, but I don't think it's really going to do me any good. You know, unless you find somebody to help me. I've tried everything. I've tried everything to get back in there. I've used passwords I ain't used since like 6th grade. Old school LBJ passwords. Shit like that. Alright. But, man, you know, he was pretty cool. Cody didn't really get to meet him. He met him one time. Maybe
met him
a few times. Yeah, it's been not just
first
one.
time I ever met him. Nowhere. I went up to the fucking, you know, for the house. I probably went up where he's got them 3 big ass pool tables at, and he fucking got drunk on stone and shit.
Yeah, that was a normal day.
Yeah.
I ain't never really released any videos of James. I've always released MP3 files, but
the only reason I remember that is because I walked all the way up South Fork.
Well, not all the way.
No, I got picked up halfway, but I walked all the way back out of it. I walked all the way home that night.
Let me give him the full story. Mom picked us all up from your house, took us to our house, and I probably could have got her to drive us all the way up there. You know, I just didn't ask her. I don't know. I wasn't thinking straight. So we walked from my house pretty much to before you get to Randy Stacy's. Randy's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And my cousin Bub picked us up, took us all the way up to James's, and I stayed up there that night. Y'all had to walk back out. That's I feel bad, you know, for you.
It wasn't that bad actually. After the fucking song went down, after the song went down, I was fine. It was cool shit.
Yeah, it was just hot, man. All right, let's see. Wrestling clip of the day. You got any wrestling clips? Let me tell them one real quick. Why you think of one? All right. I was on the WWE Network the other day, and I was watching all this old ECW stuff. I think this is like 1997 or something. I'm pretty sure it was 97. It's the main last video on that page, all the way down to the bottom right. And there's a wrestling match where Francine actually gets involved and starts scratching Tommy Dreamer, and in comes Beulah McGillicuddy. You know, these are, you know, they ain't bad looking, you know, for 90s chicks, I guess. And, well, they start cat fighting. The next thing you know, Beulah raises up her dress like they're rolling around on the ground, and her ass just pops right out.
Yeah.
She wasn't wearing nothing. And this is on the WWE Network. This is rated TV like PG-14 or something like that. Yeah. So if y'all get a chance, check that shit out.
I don't know on the network, considering that way on that subject. I like the storyline behind Jeff Hardy and Jeff and Matt Hardy's life. You know, like the shit that they've been through. And
Jeff Hardy's a childhood hero of mine, man.
Yeah.
You know, if there was two people wrestling, one was Jeff and one was Matt. I mean, pretty much.
You know, one of them was always, you know, there.
Which I throw Logan in as Bubba Ray Dudley or something.
Yeah.
You know. But, yeah, their life was pretty cool, man. You know, they've been through a lot of heartache and trial and error. Still going through trial and error somewhat. But I'm glad they're back on the right track.
Yeah.
You know, I understand, like, when you do, like, string sports and stuff, like, the pain's hard, you know, but, you know, they do give you, like, painkillers and stuff like that, but you shouldn't abuse them, you know, like the way some of these people do, because once you go without them, you're hurting a lot worse than what it really is, so stay off the dope. Let's see. Let's talk about a local band. Got any local bands we want to talk about? I mean, I guess we really talked about them during the shows we went to. Well, I'm going to throw one in just to have the segment in here. I'm talking about an old band that Ned used to play a couple shows with back in the day. Band's called Dimitri's Demise. And, I mean, that was probably the first band that got me, like, turned on to metalcore and stuff like that kind of metal, you know. Because I've always been more of a classic metal, I guess, or, you know, just anything that really rocked. I really like Hank III metal, that style of metal, if y'all know Hank III. If not, look him up. Well, let's see. About Dimitri's Demise. They was just so brutal, man. I've seen Dimitri's Demise play 3 times. One was at the Annex. That was a bunch of bands at the Annex. Then I watched them play at Kinder's at the Battle of the Bands. And then we all actually played at Farron Fest. But the shitty part about that one is it was their last show, you know, together. Their drummer was leaving. I think he was having like a baby or something like that, you know. The rest of them were moving to Lexington at the time. You know, they had their own reasons. You know, every band has their own reasons for doing everything. Every band has their own judicial system, democracy, monarchy. Yeah, you know.
Unfortunately, it was a band that I never got to see.
But it was pretty fucking brutal. I mean, Holly's guitar playing's awesome. You know, I like that one song they do, Chariot Progressive. That's probably one of my favorite ones. And I think they have one called Demise. I'm not too for sure on that, but I'm pretty sure. Don't smoke. It's bad for you. It'll kill you. See how quick I smoked that one?
Lungs are still, motherfucker.
I swear I got the iron lungs and James had the iron liver. I mean, James would drink water to shock his liver. You know, it's like, what the fuck's that?
Yeah.
Because if that ain't beer, get that shit out of here. Oh, God.
My lungs got to get used to smoking a cigarette first. I smoke a lot of pot.
Yeah. All right. Let's talk about a big band. Any big band right off the top of your head pops out? You talked about one right before we came on here. They've been in the news recently over something.
Oh, fucking Pantera, man.
Pantera. Fucking Pantera. The Great Southern Trendkill.
Fucking Lemmy, as you all know, everybody died. Lemmy, yeah, whatever.
What? That's Motorhead.
Yeah, fucking, I don't know. I told you, dude, I smoke a lot of weed.
Well, as you know, they lost Dimebag Darrell a bunch of years ago.
Yeah.
You had it pretty close. It was Benny.
Vinny.
Vinny.
I see. I couldn't put the V in there.
We went from Lemmy to Lenny to Vinny.
Yeah.
Well, we finally got it right. But yeah, Vinny Paul was a pretty good hero of mine.
Yeah, mine.
Played drums like a fucking god.
Yeah. He's also in Hell Yeah there for a while, but he.
And I found out the other band we was trying to figure out the other day. The other band he was in was Damage Plan.
Yeah, because that's the one that him and Dimebag was going to start before Dimebag got shot.
Yeah.
They was working on it. Like, if you watch the Nickelback show Live at Sturgis, they play a video somewhere in the middle of the concert, with them talking about it and shit.
I'm pretty sure that guy's dead, but if you're not dead, fuck you.
Yeah.
Okay? I mean, that's all I got to say about that. What the fuck is that off of?
I ain't even going to give you the courtesy to say fuck you. Okay, so.
You just said fuck you.
I don't care.
Well, anyway.
That was for me, not for you.
All right. Well, now, rest in peace, Vinny. That was one song.
Don't know Pantera. You need to look him up and listen to Vinnie Paul, because that was one of the most incredible drummers that ever played music.
I'll just name off a couple songs for you to look up. Cowboys from Hell, Walk, The Great Southern Trendkill, 5 Minutes Alone. Fucking list goes on and on, dude. Domination. Fucking Hostile.
Yeah.
God damn. What's that one slow song they did? Y'all know the song name. Cemetery Gates.
Yeah.
I didn't like that song at first, but I really started liking that song, not too long ago. And I've been dying to listen to Pantera, right before Vinnie Paul passed away. I've been listening to a whole bunch of different albums recently.
I listened to him the other day. I listened to Walk. And as a matter of fact, the day before, yesterday was when we heard he passed, right?
Yeah, yesterday passed away, heart attack.
I listened to Walk the day before that.
Yeah. The song, I only learned really one Pantera song almost all the way through, and that was 5 Minutes Alone. And 5 Minutes Alone was just badass.
I could play that shit, man.
There's a video on Facebook. There was this guy in the news recently. He kind of had some bad dealings with some young girls. He's one of them motherfuckers. And, he did it, I think 100 some girls or something like that. And there was this dad in the courtroom. And he was talking to that judge, and that guy was sitting right there, and he goes, "Can I ask you one favor? Give me 10 minutes alone with this man." Everybody started cracking up, but this guy was dead serious, How would you feel if, you had a daughter and some motherfucker did that to her, And he's like, "Can I have 5 minutes alone with him?" The judge goes, "No, I can't do that." Well, he jumps the fucking thing and goes, "Well, I'm going to go right now." Hell yeah. They restrained him. He didn't get to the guy, but just to go that length for your daughter, that's lady.
That shit, lady.
Yeah. That's how crooked shit is sometimes, people.
Mm-hmm.
5 minutes alone, boys.
I'd at least let him get that son of a bitch one time.
Mm-hmm. He's going to get fucked in prison anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, he might be dead too. I don't even know, man. People dying off left and right. 2018. I thought 2017 was bad, but 2018 we're losing a lot of people. All right, Well, that was one band I was going to talk about too. I've been listening to a lot of because I like to expand my mind when it comes to music. I like to listen to stuff that's out there. Atmospheric and shit like that. So I've been listening to a lot of Pink Floyd, and I got a couple Pink Floyd shirts. I wear them everywhere. But I've been listening to all the stuff I ain't never listened to before. Let me pull up some album names real quick, like "Wish You Were Here." Is that the album name? This is the guy with the fire and shit on there. I gotta pull up Spotify. I'm bad with names, people. Y'all know that if you know me. But Dark Side of the Moon, I think it's been released 45 years today. I listened to that this morning. And for all the metalheads out there, there's a thing called Doom Side of the Moon. There it goes. I think. And my iPhone's been a piece of junk today. Like, they designed these things to fail. I'm pretty sure.
So I don't know.
I'm pretty sure it's any phone too. But Pink Floyd's music just so atmospherical. Like, you ever heard that song "Great Gig in the Sky"?
Yeah.
Well, this woman, she sings her heart out, you know, but it ain't half as powerful what's going on in the background. You know, although Pink Floyd is rocking the hell out, dude, like all the way through there. And all right, here we go. It is getting pretty hot in here, and this ain't Nelly, so we're gonna keep her clothes on. But my favorite album by them, well, I think it has to be Dark Side of the Moon. But if I was gonna pick another one that was kind of obscure, I'd pick Atom Heart Mother. That's the only time they've actually ever been with a like a classical orchestra, and the studio actually provided it for them and everything. They was produced on the same people as the Beatles, you know. It's Abbey Road Studios. It's the Apple, I'm pretty sure. I don't really know. I listen to a lot of Beatles, but I don't really know a lot about them. There's an album here called Animals by Pink Floyd. I actually got a record in my store when I was down there. But Meddle, Meddle. That's the album that led up to Dark Side of the Moon, and it was pretty cool. I mean, it showed the evolution. The original singer, Sid Barrett, he got really high on acid one time and like fried his brain. So they brought David Gilmour in, and they made a whole bunch of strings of albums that just led up to the Dark Side of the Moon. You can see this masterpiece like beautifully unfold. In each little album, they grab a piece from here and here and here, and they make one of the most greatest albums of all time. So hats off to them. All right. My second favorite portion of our broadcast or podcast or whatever the hell it's called is gaming VHS. Today I brought with me, I'm going to start out with VHS today. And this is the one I brought. Men in Black. I mean, it's a pretty cool movie. Has a lot of good parts in it. Johnny Knoxville's in it. He's a pretty cool little dude in it. And they have that talking dog in there.
Yes.
He's awesome. I mean, the storyline it's awesome on that whole movie. There's a bunch of good punchlines. It's about aliens and how aliens are coming to try to take over the world. They try to steal the universe, which the universe, I ain't going to ruin it for you. But the universe is about this big. You know, it's amazing that all this fits inside of this, supposedly. You know, anything's possible. Anything that's ever happened can't happen, it will happen. Or some kind of awesome message like that. You know, anything's possible. Watch Rick and Morty. It'll expand your mind, people. It's a cartoon and all, but it's feasible. A lot of that shit's feasible, boys. Like Star Trek's feasible. All right. Now, off to the games. I'm going to start off with an old school racing game and work my way up to a newer, well, that's kind of old now too, really.
It's newer than that.
Yeah, it's newer than this. Not by much. Because I'm pretty sure they might have been out at the same time.
The only difference is one's on a disc.
Yeah. Now, I want all the young people to look at this because they probably do not know what this is. This is a gaming cartridge. Okay? It ain't a disc. I mean, you don't scratch this up. I mean, you can really fuck it up, but you can't scratch it. And if it don't work, done. Pretty much, most of the time. I mean, sometimes you have to take alcohol to them, but once a disc is like scratched, they ain't no bringing it back.
Yeah.
This thing is probably about 20-some year old. Maybe not even that. I remember when it came out when I was real young. Still works. But Mario Kart 64 is the game. Close-up view of it. I used to get so mad at that game too, man.
Yeah,
People
fucking blow shit up and fucking knock me out of the race and shit. I get so pissed.
Yeah. Starshoot Parkway, not Parkway, that's fucking Road Lakes. The Star level. That was always my favorite one. The one I hated the most was probably the one at the docks. When you're driving around on that wooden platform and there's just all them sharp-ass turns. I hate that. That was the worst one of the whole thing. Now, the next game I want to bring up, when I originally played it, I didn't play it on this platform. But it's a pretty cool one. Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2. And the reason I chose this game, it ain't really because of the racing. The racing was awesome, but that ain't really what I want to talk about. I want to talk about a band on the soundtrack called Hot Action Cop. They sung some pretty good songs. I mean, their biggest song is called Fever for the Flavor. And pretty dirty song. Didn't realize that when I listened to it first, but it's a pretty dirty song. I was like 8 when it came out, though. I wasn't really worried about it, I guess, at the time. But Hot Action Cop, they have Fever for the Flavor, Going Down on It, Club Slut, Busted. Busted's a pretty cool ballad. Ballad. Slow song. Anything that's a slow, lovey-dovey song, I call ballad. Yeah, look up Hot Action Cop. They're pretty cool.
Oh, I just noticed something that we didn't say. Well, one that we didn't say about Van Harris.
Well,
Billy Gibson posted it. It's Revelation is my name.
Hell yeah.
It's a badass song, dude.
It's Revolution is my name.
I love it with Revelation.
Yeah.
But
we know a song called Revelation.
Yeah.
Y'all hear it soon. Yeah. I mean, we can't really see the comments, but I know a lot of people's joined. What's going on, Brittany?
Oh yeah, there's my sister.
Yeah. She's pretty cool. In her sleep, I guess. When she ain't talking. Her big mouth's just like sorry, I gotta give her hell because she's on here. What's next on here? Our album's coming out July 12th, or EP called Zodiac. There's a couple songs out on YouTube. I done told y'all about this stuff. We're working on our cover song now for the 100 subscriber thing. You know, shit takes time. You know, we work too. You know, we come in and do this. We run wrestling on the fucking side, man. We do it all. I mean, I'd open up a whorehouse if I didn't have to run it by hand. Alright, the reason I'm flipping through here is I'm trying to find this stuff that I'm getting ready to upload. There's a whole bunch of videos I'm getting ready to upload. And if y'all follow the channel at all, and listen to a lot of the music, you'll know a lot of these bands. Some of them you might not know. But regardless, look them up. Check the channel out. We have a website too. It's there's a link somewhere floating around. I have to get it back out there. But it's on Wix. I think it's like Bloody Breath at Studio /Artificial Hatred /Wix.com or something, you know. Look it up, you'll find it. Where the fuck is this page at, man? There's so many pages in this book, and it's such a small book. This thing has more pages than the Bible. And I've been looking at it this whole time. Alright. I think it's this one. No. Right here. Alright. We're old school. We ain't got all this new fancy technology. And that's the way it should be. Technology overcomplicates things most of the time. Tears up, bugs up. That's why we was 52 minutes late getting on 8 o'clock. But I'm just going to read you off the names of these. Just be on the lookout for them. I'm going to upload them as soon as I can. We got Buddha Live from the Basement. Fire Chime, Slow Dancing. It's a Lucero cover. There's a never before heard version of Holler Girl. And Holler Girl is actually a song James taught me on banjo a long time ago. It's the only song I still know on banjo to this day. Besides maybe Troopers Holler, and that's iffy. There's a bunch of songs that we did live up at Kinder's. We got The End Is Near, Pawn Song, The Name's Ned, and there's a whole bunch of videos attached to The Name's Ned. That I'm sorry about the audio and the video quality. It's kind of shitty, but if you want to listen to the music, it's fine. I Don't Want to Set the World on Fire, Right Where I Need to Be, Rose in Paradise, Wayne Moore's Blues, Where Did You Sleep Last Night. That was all little stuff I did when I was going to the Bluegrass College. Okay. I'm gonna release the Net album on YouTube. The Net album, we tried to sell it. No one was buying it. So we're just gonna give it to y'all, I guess. You know, if not, y'all ain't gonna hear it. You all can still buy the hard copy, but this copy's gonna be on the internet. Ned's the last album Ned made, as of this moment. Then we got Ned live at Perry County Park. We got a different version of Battle of the Mud Hog, which I kind of did most of the music from the computer itself. I mean, on that version we didn't use real drums, and I'm pretty sure we didn't use like real rhythm guitar or anything on it. Like the song that we wrote, we found like a sample of the same identical thing that was just higher quality. You know, it's pretty cool. I mean, the lead guitar in it, that's legit. The singing in it's legit. It's just a cool thing. We'll check out if you heard the original version of it. Here's another big video that's coming out. The In and Out full show. You played at the In and Out. Once, twice, wasn't it? Second show was so much better, but there wasn't as many people there. That's what y'all don't understand. Like, after the first show, we get all this energy for the second show, and the second show is twice as better as the first show, but you don't really understand the second show if you don't go to the first show. And that's why you should come to every show, you know, that you possibly can. And if you can't come to it, we always try to talk a little bit about it on here. I'm debating on this one. Y'all tell me if you want to hear it or not. Ned does a cover of Insane in the Brain. It's a rough cover. I mean, it ain't polished or nothing. It's out there. But if y'all want to hear it, I'm gonna start working on this old movie I made. Well, actually, me and a buddy Glenn made, called Hellbillies. We just do these stupid ass stunts, kind of like Jackass, but I don't know. People liked it in high school, so we kind of continued it, you know, until the end of high school, I guess. Then we had to adult, and that sucks. And we figured out if we broke our back, we didn't make no money. Fire Chime, All Bullies Have Soft Sides. Fire Chime, Man in Black Who Drove a Cadillac. It's a Cash cover album. And then there's a Beck cover album. Beck, the guy who sings Loser. It's called Two Tacos and a Taffy Tornado, which actually that's where One Echo from Ned comes from. Two Tacos and a Taffy Tornado. I kind of thought after I wrote it, you know, it was out there, but I wanted to make it like a legit awesome ass song, so I re-entered it back in Ned. I did a couple songs that way. Did Stone Cold Black that way. Moonshiners. I got a version. James sings the Moonshiners. I got to upload that. Stone Blind. Yeah, just be on the lookout for all that stuff right there. I mean, there's a couple more in here. I'll read them off real quick. Fire Chime Unplugged, Homemade It, Breathe Into Me, Cover It, Curb Stomping with Hank, Long Road Ahead, Working Hands, and No One Cares About This Album. And no one really did. I uploaded it. It got like maybe 20 views total, and that's all the songs combined. You know, it's on the old channel though, the John Barney with the Southport Studios logo, the SS. I didn't know SS was a bad thing when I made the logo. Oh well. Song of the day. This is our last segment. We all want you to post your all song of the day. What are you all listening to? Are there any local bands that you all like that we need to report about? Battle of the Bands is August 13th. We got so much news right now, man. I mean, I'm thinking we should start doing this every day. You know, as much as we possibly can. I ain't gonna promise it every single day because we play music, we work. But the days that we're home, we're gonna try to do a podcast or something. But back to the song of the day. What is your song of the day?
I'd like to say Walk by Pantera because I listen to that every day.
Walk by Pantera. If y'all ain't never listened to it, walk on home, boy. Alright. I'm gonna put out a song. It's by Pink Floyd. It's called Echoes. And I've heard of this song forever, but I never really dove into it. But it's such a beautiful song. They do a version live at Pompeii. The only video I can find is like part 1 and part 2. I want to see one continuous video. I mean, I could probably make it, but I don't know if they line up perfectly. So if y'all know where the link is to the full video, post it. You all are what makes this thing great. You know, you all posting and sharing and liking and all this stuff. This is why we get on here, to let you all know stuff, because we're not the best news people, you know, but you all at least deserve to hear what's going on, you know, because there's a lot of stuff going on that we do, you know. And for the people that follow us, you know, it's hard to follow us because we're very not informative. But we've been trying to get informative here. We're trying to build hype for this new album. You know, help us do that, because it's going to be an awesome album. If you heard Artificial before, it's similar, but it's a whole new ballgame, people. I mean, if you was going to say one thing about the new album, what would it be?
It's heavy.
It's
or
heavy.
at least we tried to make it that way.
Yeah, we hope you all like it. We're still in the developing stages of it, you know, trying to make sure the EQ and right stuff. That way when y'all hear it, you don't hear something screeching.
There's only a few put out right now, so we'll know what we need to do to it.
Yeah, certain individuals have, and they have like a special ear for hearing stuff like that. You know, they're not going to release it to the public. At least I hope they don't. Like, I'm asking you, please don't. Until we get this done, then, I mean, if you all want to burn you all a couple copies, I don't care, man. But, I mean, once you own it, you own it. You can throw it away. Or give it to somebody that actually like it, you know, or you think that'll like it. There's an updated band list. This is the last thing I'm going to say. Then I'm gonna leave y'all alone. If I'm going to leave you all anything or not. We got an updated band list for the Battle of the Bands. We got 2 possiblies now. Creature of Exile, Left to the Wolves, and there's another band, and one of the guys he's in Stormtalker, which I'd like to get Stormtalker on. You know, they're pretty cool, and maybe the other dude, maybe the other band that dude's in. I can't remember their name. It's a wicked fucking name though. Artificial Hatred. Nade's gonna make a guest appearance. Don't know how long they're gonna play. I'm gonna try to have some wrestling match there. I guess KHW will probably throw something together, and hopefully, if this thing works out with Essex County Wrestling, we'll be doing some sort of pay-per-view or something. You know, it'll be included with the concert. $5 entry fee is usually what it is. It's bad as fuck. You know, Kinder will probably put a lot more videos out about the show. They usually do. Man, bad as fuck. People come on out, bring everybody, bring every woman you can find, you know, that likes metal. You know, it's always better when you have like a whole room full of women, because all the guys have fun. You know, they let loose, dude. You know, if you have a bunch of dudes there, you know, it's like a sausage fest. But usually there is a bunch of women there. Which I'm taking. So that's everybody else that, you know, I ain't in love with. But that was the updated band list. I'm John Barnett. This is Cody Phillip. It's really past 8 o'clock now. We've been going on probably about 30 minutes now. It's probably the longest one we did. But thanks for watching 8 o'clock. We're going to be on here tomorrow or the next day. Just watch for the post. Later. Hit the button over there.
You sound guys.